Hello there. Welcome to Matrosix. It's the capital of Delaire. But more importantly for our story, it's a dangerous place. Each of the king's successors in the last 14 years have died trying to sit on that blasted adamantine throne. It's not just dangerous for the high lords and ladies, though. Without a strong leader, the presence of the city's watch is barely felt and rarely respected. A few areas have found some semblance of stability under a powerful high lord or lady. But there's nothing like that for the Styx. Matrosix, 6th District.
Welcome back to Toss the Dice. Tonight we have Red Gears who have laid traps, who have set traps all over the area. Now, on top of the building, we've got Aurelius down in the street, heading back to the tavern area. We have Piper, and off on the other side, erecting fortifications, was Haven. And then, of course, up at the tavern itself, we have Elektra. And on opposite of the Red Gears, most concerningly, we have the Heavy Brass. And after a couple of Red Gears, mere cogs smash through windows, aiming their crossbows down into the alleyway where presumably some Heavy Brass stand. This is where it gets a little dicey. Aurelius, what have you got for us?
All right. Well, I'm going to... So, if I'm not mistaken, I'm being shot at, correct?
That is correct. One of them, indeed, looks up at you, noticing you.
Okay. Well, I would like to almost do a dive out of the way.
Okay. Would this be the dodge action then?
Yes.
Brilliant. And then with your... You said you action surge, right?
Yes.
So with your other
and
action?
I want to take out my revolver and attempt a trick shot.
Brilliant. Lay it on me.
Okay. So, as I land and I'm tumbling out of my roll, I want to clear leather and just absolutely try and pop it right into the window, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crack one into the window.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me your... Is there... Wait, do I roll for that or do you? I'm not familiar with the Gunslinger that much.
I'm pretty sure I roll for... Yeah, for hit.
You rolled a hit. Perfect.
Yeah.
While you execute this, Elle says, "Oh, hey, I didn't sign up for this," and she dives below the edge of the building.
Perfect. Solid decision. So that's a 20. So that's a 27 to hit. That's a natty 20.
Hey, yo. Okay. And what does this trick shot do?
Basically what I want to do is I'm just aiming straight, but I'm using I think I'm using the thing called Deadeye Shot.
Okay.
Because, well, first off, it's like you gain advantage on the roll, and I felt bad for rolling twice, technically. So that's what I'm going to use.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and the damage.
Yeah, I was going to say lay the damage on me. And actually, real quick, we're using a house rule for just improved criticals. It just feels bad when you roll double ones on those additional dice. And so instead we take the max possible roll and add it to whatever the base damage was.
All right, and that's 10 damage.
Perfect. And so you'd stack on. You should. Let's see. You added your modifier 2d8s, right?
Yes, the modifier is there with the damage, right?
Yes. Just wanted to
Okay,
make
yeah.
sure.
So it's 10.
Okay, then that's a total of 26 damage when you include the critical.
Yep.
All right, cool. So, wow. All right, so this guy smashes the window, pops out, and you're just like, bam, and he tumbles out the other side of the building.
Yeah. At that point, I like like I'm very exasperated. And I shout down to Elektra. I'm like, why can't these jobs ever be simple?
You always think that they're gonna go exactly like you planned. That's why they can never be simple. You planned.
He like literally like face palms as he reholsters the revolver.
What can I tell you, man? It's your fault every time.
So as the man tumbles down, the other red gear who had taken aim at one of the heavy brass says, "Oi, Jimmy, how dare you?" And he looks up from Jimmy and he takes a shot at you. And
I'd like to use my adamantine magic to impose disadvantage on that roll.
I'm thinking you might not want to do that.
Oh, really?
Got a 1.
Oh, never mind.
So yeah, he he's like, "Oi," and he nicks himself on the broken glass and totally like shoots the wall next to him as he recoils from it.
That's too good.
But he leans back out the window and says, "That was for Jimmy." And it is up.
You tell him.
Yeah, that was a warning shot.
Best not mess with me.
He Aurelius just looks at the hole in the wall and cocks an eyebrow.
We'll get him next time.
Okay. Then next up we have Haven, who you're a little bit away from the action. Now, I can say from where you're at, you can basically go right to the heavy brass or left to the red gear. But actually, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, that. Let's say. Oh boy. Okay. 5, baby.
Nice.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, definitely see that there's a tavern next to you and whatnot.
So I'm like not aware of anything that's going on right now.
You heard the whirling sound from earlier, but no, you're not quite sure what's going down. But
Okay.
you do know that there's probably something going down.
Okay. With that, then I'm going to kind of just head towards the noise. I'm assuming that's the red gears, if
Yep.
I'm correct. Okay,
So
so I'll just head towards the red gears to see what's going on. And yeah, maybe I'll. You know what? I'm gonna check for some traps, see if there's anything around, or if I heard the whirler, then I'm assuming there are traps around. So.
Fair. However, I would say that the perception check stands. But as you go down that side of the building and you peek around the corner, an old man who has spilt whiskey all over himself is walking up the street.
I'm just like, like what?
And the old man is like, Piper is no longer waddling like she was before. She's basically broken character at this point, being so close to the tavern. She's kind of like fast walking. Frick, 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 frick. And she drinks the whiskey. She gets closer to the tavern, puts it back on, stuffs it.
I with this in mind, I guess if I see this old person, say, "Boy, stop right there! Don't move a muscle." And then that's what I yell.
Piper, like, with the whiskey in hand, looks up at him, squints. But she doesn't need to. She has dark vision, but she squints because she's irritated. Oh, shut your cake hole, Haven. It's just me. We got stuff's happening. Is Aurelius still up there?
Is that the turn or no?
I'll say.
Okay. All right. So with that in mind, I say, all right. Sounds good. And just kind of as like a precautionary measure, can I cast a spell, or is this my action to speak?
No, you can.
Oh, bless. I'm gonna cast Shield on myself.
Shield is a reactionary spell. You can
Is it?
you just use it when you get hit with an attack.
Oh, I thought it was like I get to put it on me.
No, I think
No, that's Shield of Faith.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay. Never mind then. Let's see. I guess put your mind out together. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. So then with that in mind, I won't do I'll just continue on with the conversation. I'll just
Okay.
say what's going on. Kind of fill me in.
And so I very quickly kind of just like I just basically tell him, red gears are they're kind of surrounding the place. They're in the alleys with traps. I need to tell Aurelius, don't stray too far. They're everywhere. Traps going down. As she's climbing up. Oh no!
Elektra, you can actually see them now as they both peek out of different sides of the street, meeting just around the corner of the tavern. But you can also see the person who's taken a shot at Aurelius. He's missed horribly, but nonetheless, it's happened.
Is the dude that shot at him? I got the impression that he was like in a building, like higher up.
Yes, he's on the second story of the building just across the street. It's the very same building that Piper once stood on when surveying the spring.
Okay. Okay, I guess then I'm torn because actually, no. You know what? Hey Aurelius, do you want me to go get that dude that tried to hit you, or do you want me to try and cover the windows?
Can I hear her from where I'm at?
Yeah, although I will say, to make yourself heard at that distance, everyone's gonna be able to hear you. Just keep that in mind.
Oh. Okay, then never mind. I take it back. I can only do one. Either cover the windows and stuff, or go get the dude in the building.
What kind of system do you have for applying defenses to the? Because that might be the kind of thing
that was my
that
other question.
multiple action.
Doesn't the tavern dude have anyone who works at the tavern who might be like, hey, so if things get hairy out there, those guys are covering us outside, but inside, like the maybe some people that work in the tavern be like, all right, guys, that's the signal from Aurelius. Let's start boarding up the windows. Like, should we converse with the tavern owner and his staff to be in charge of that while we handle the stuff outside?
Well, the way I saw it in my mind is just taking the tables and flipping them sideways and pitting them against the wall. So not too much, but basically, yeah, obscuring view and staying away from the windows. Yeah.
I would be
Aldor
worried
doesn't.
about freaking out the customers.
Yeah,
Well,
Aldor
we
doesn't really
know.
have much help. On top of not really having any like helping hands, because this place is usually pretty dead.
Mhm.
The point is actually to
Drum
let
up
them
business.
live it up inside. So, well, not just drum up business, but to show an indifferent attitude towards the gangs and their squabbles.
All right. Well, then I guess that answers our question.
Okay.
The
Then
people in the
I
building
am
that
going
really do
to-
stuff.
Okay. I'm sorry, I will keep this incredibly brief. Your additions to my custom class, the Street Tough, it works with rage so that if I'm doing an athletics check or an acrobatics check, that my rage continues even if I don't make an attack, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Then my next question is, do I have enough movement to run up to that building and like try and grab a ledge to pull myself through and smack this dude?
How
Would that be a-
much? How much does adrenaline increase your movement speed?
Let's
Because
see.
the building itself is only 20 feet away, and remember, climbing takes double movement speed. So in theory,
Hmm.
if you would have to have 40 feet to reach this.
My walking speed and long jump distance are increased by 10 feet.
Yes, then you do in
My high
fact
jump
have
is
the.
increased by 5.
Then you do in fact have the distance.
Okay, then cool. I am going to do that then. Do I need to roll acrobatics or athletics?
Yes, that'll be an athletics check to climb the building.
Dope.
And I'm also
Good
going to
at
want you
that.
to describe exactly how this happens as you run from tavern up to a second story window.
I get +5, but that was not great. Okay, that was 10. And I'm gonna say she just kind of takes long strides and literally, because she's got a greater high jump when her rage is activated. Gonna say she literally just kind of runs and takes a leap to grab the windowsill and pull herself vertical
She parkours
through
up
the
the
window.
wall.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of my goal.
Okay. Perfect. Well, the building is rough enough that it's got plenty of handholds, and so the 10 is going to be barely enough. And so
Okay.
you do so. You grab onto that ledge and you pull yourself in where he's still trying to pull back that bow.
Okay, then
Crossbow.
I am going in. I'm sorry. I'm just having a hard time finding things on here. I get to use improvised weapons, right?
That is correct.
Okay. I can't remember if I established or not, but I was thinking I had like a pipe or something on me. Is that cool? Because if not, I'll just punch this dude. But
Mechanically, it makes no difference, so I do not care.
oh, okay, then no lead pipe.
In fact,
I'm
the
just-
lead pipe probably does less damage than your fist mechanically, just because D&D be D&D, yo.
Okay, then yeah, no lead pipe. I'm just going in there with my bare frickin' fist.
The math don't be mathin'.
Jeans
Yeah,
brass
yeah.
knuckles.
Okay, then I am gonna roll to deck this dude. Wow, that was bad. That was a nat 1. That was a 6 total.
You put a second hole in the wall where where the guy shot the arrow.
Ugh,
No,
I whiffed that.
Go
That's
ahead. Give us an idea of how that went down. What does a
gonna
nat
say-
1 punch to the face look like?
Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna say this is like embarrassing, but like she's getting through the window and she like loses her grip because her climbing was not that great to begin with. So I'm gonna say she like loses her grip, and as she's like going, like getting through the window, she's like going for the punch, coming through the window, falls flat on her face on the floor. just like doesn't finish getting through the window right on her face on the floor.
It's like the Wii bowling thing, as you like leap to the window and grab it and pull yourself in, and everyone's like, ah,
Ah,
oh.
oh.
I guess that's more of the Wii golf, but whatever.
Yeah. No, if it was Wii bowling, then it would be everybody in the background jumps and spins around.
Yeah.
So Aurelius is like, well, what am I doing? What is this strange possession?
As you, yeah, back on track. So then we are on to oh no, we're okay. So the red gear, as you fumble past it, it's the
At me in close range?
it's you. He does have disadvantage, or at least no, that's nullified. Because round, it doesn't matter either way because he rolled a 1 again. So
Yes.
Wow. Really picked a bad dude to be a sniper in the window.
I know. I mean, I know it's the dice, but I feel like this guy just can't do anything anymore. Like 2 nat ones in a row, the only rolls he's ever made. Like, if this guy ever gets brought back, if you don't just like murk him right now, then like that's canon. He sucks.
I mean, I was gonna mark a fool, but it'd be kind of funny to keep him alive just because he sucks so bad.
He's gonna be a cabbage merchant. That's where he's heading.
So what he does is he's trying to pull the arrow back, but he doesn't quite catch the knock, and so he literally just shoots it right into his foot as he was trying to like pull it back on his chest, and so he's like, oh. So, but let me just take a second to set the scene.
Elektra says,
to set the
sorry, go
scene, as you all see Elektra grab the window, pull herself in, and then just like disappear in the window. And this guy goes, "Oh!"
So it looks like she's getting him.
All right.
Nobody needs to know.
Aurelius mutters to himself, and he's just like, every time. Every time.
Yeah, actually, it occurs to me that Aurelius is the exception. You have the vantage point where you can actually see what's going on in there.
Yeah. He starts to like envision exactly what everybody else is thinking, and he's like, you know what? We're gonna play this up later. I'm gonna tell stories of you like pulling off this dude's thumbs.
Oh, he's never gonna let me live this down, is it? Is he? It's like that anime moment where you like sneeze because someone else is thinking about you.
Yeah, exactly.
She just cold chill runs down her spine.
As Kimon runs up, slides, and pulls. He slides into the guy who got trapped by the whirlwind, and he's pulling back on it as hard as he can. He busts it open, and the soldier pops out of it. And he's like, "Thanks, boss." And as he turns to say that to him, one of the red gear shot with a pistol.
Oh frick!
Noni?
Sir?
So you can't see it from your vantage point, Elektra, nor can you, Haven or Piper, but Aurelius, you can see as the spring takes the shot, and as you see a little spray of blood, and Iman disappears into the alleyway, where you can't really see him anymore from your vantage point. You're not really sure exactly what happened. You could barely see Kimon.
Yeah, that's it. I'm actually going to jump down there. And
Actually, hold that thought, because one of the heavy brass that he helped pull out of the machine pops up, and he whips out a sword, and he closes the distance, tries to see the guy who, oh my gosh, who shot at Kimon, and rolls a 1. So
Wow.
this isn't looking good for the Red Gears. Absolute trash.
No, this was this one was the heavy brass.
Oh, good.
I'm
they're
rolling
all
garbage
stormtroopers.
to dice. Yeah.
DM, do I catch Aurelius before he jumps off?
Actually, you will. That was the other thing. So the heavy brass, and then your turn before it's Aurelius's. So,
Because I don't want to. I'm like, I did
That
the
said,
stealthiness. I can't even
because
tell
he's
him.
on top of the building, you're at least 50 feet away from him. So if you're gonna reach him on your turn, even, you're gonna have to dash.
Okay. Anyways, after I see him get shot, I definitely shout down to him. I'm like, Kimon, because I'm very concerned about him.
Right.
But yeah.
No, I
Does
feel you.
Elektra hear him shouting?
You definitely hear Aurelius shout, Kimon.
Oh boy.
Okay. So,
Yep.
but the heavy brass, though, he runs at him with the sword, and as he goes to swing, the tip of the sword catches the wall of the alleyway, and he isn't able to get at the spring at all. On the other hand, opposite of the building from the spring is Piper, who stands next to him. Well, you can't really see what's going on. You can hear that stuff is going on. You've heard a gunshot, or actually a couple at this point.
Okay, so do I know that Aurelius is at the front of the building?
You know that Aurelius is. You actually can see Aurelius himself. You can't see Kimon, the spring, or Elektra.
Okay, so I'm assuming there's enough noise that if I yell just loud enough for Aurelius to hear, it won't be like, like super like loud.
No, if you're yelling to him, just about anyone could hear if they're paying attention.
Okay. I'm gonna start climbing up the building. But as I am, I'm gonna be saying, "Boss, Aurelius!" And she's coming up but all he sees is a drunken old man climbing up the side of the building.
I will say 2 things. One, as a rogue, you can in fact dash as a bonus action, so you don't have to use your action. But you will, on the other hand, have to make an athletics check if you're going to climb the building.
Okay, well, I guess if it's a bonus action, I shall dash. Why not?
Perfect. And then the athletics check.
Dash.
So you said athletics or acrobatics? The athletics, right?
Athletics, correct. And you will be 2 stories up, so there is a significant opportunity for damage. If you
It's
fail.
okay. I gotta do what I gotta do. I didn't do all this stealthing for nothing. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. Okay. That's a 22.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
So clambering up unusually spry the side of the building is a rather filthy looking old man.
I'm just slithering up the side of the building.
Technically, you still have your action as Piper. If you can do anything. Obviously, you're on top of the building, so I don't know who you get at. You do have a shot at the spring if you have a ranged weapon.
So, I forgot to mention that the disguise self spell also changes your clothes. So technically, I didn't need to change my clothes at all. So
Correct.
I just
yeah. That's why I verified.
You're just a real stickler for, the classics. You just
Yeah.
really like a good disguise.
Yeah. So as soon as I get on top of the building, so how much control do I have over disguise self? Like, could I like take off the disguise on just my face and like leave the
No,
rest of it on?
either it's on or it's off. You can't
Okay.
alter it though once it's begun.
All right, then I'm gonna take it off.
Okay.
So as like I get on the roof and then like I drop the disguise. Aurelius, obviously, look, I can see that things of the crap has in fact hit the ceiling. But this is what I saw, and so she relays the information.
All right. No, thank you. That helps. Can you go back up Elektra? Actually, no. Can you go back up Haven?
Oh yeah, he's the bottom of the building. What is? Did you tell him he's what's he doing?
He needs to know what's going on.
Oh, I
Been
just told him.
updated.
Okay.
I
Wait.
told him
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be up here.
So yeah, no. You guys go back up Elektra.
Okay. Do you know anyone to cover the building?
I'm gonna have to stop you there unless if Aurelius wants to use his action to continue this conversation.
I think too much is going on for him to do that.
Okay, then Aurelius, it is up to you. You'll have to cut it off if you don't want to lose your turn.
Okay.
The conversation, that is, not your fingers.
Yeah, no. Cover as best you can, but go find Elektra. Wait, do I know where she is? She's in the building across, right?
Yeah, you can see Elektra. She's currently on the floor next to a man who has shot himself in the foot.
Okay, she's fine. Yeah, no, continue to cover the event. And that's where I stop. I actually walk away from the conversation as I'm dashing down the stairs to get to where Kimon's at.
Okay. You will have to dash, so that would be your action. And you make it down to where Kimon is just at the other end of the alleyway, pressed up against the wall. And he's taken a wad of cloth, and he's pressing it into a wound in his.
Okay, and I'm not with him. I'm just seeing this from further down the street, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Wait, are you staying on the building?
No, he has went down below into the alleyway.
Oh, so everyone's leaving the building then.
Well, not Elle. Elle actually, as you climb up onto the building, you can see her, and she's army crawling to the bottle of wine, which was separated from her in the commotion.
But like in terms of like people in our team, like no one like no one's gonna be guarding the building if we all leave, right? So
Yes, hence why I said stick and like patrol it. Like keep.
Okay. Yeah, so I was like, help Elektra or watch the building? Which one? So
Yeah.
all right, sounds good.
So, perfect. Then, I'm sorry, were you gonna do anything else for... Oh no, you dashed already. So then on to... Oh, that's right, the red key. So... The spring, he's going to straight up pistol whip in front of him. And he whiffs it big. So, wow, these dice are doing a terrible job of making my villains seem menacing. You know what I mean?
I was about to say, shocker.
Yeah,
It's
right.
a whiff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen every time.
Yeah, so
No, until one of them rolls a nat 20 and just absolutely pegs one of us.
Oh yeah. We'll take it right up the butt then, but you know.
Oh, ouch. Well, you could right now. You are face down with someone with the crossbow.
Well, yes, but also he has not hit me yet, so like, you know,
Yeah, it was a warning
should
shot.
be dicey, but really isn't.
So, all right. Then, the other red gears mobilize, and actually, Haven, you can hear some speaking coming from the other side of the tavern. They're when I say speaking, they're speaking rather loudly. It sounds like someone is barking orders. On the other hand, one of the red gears runs up the stairs and says, "Hey, I saw Jimmy. He fell. You okay up here?" And as he says this as he's running up the stairs, and as he rounds the corner and sees you, and sees the other red gear jumping up and down with his foot, he says, "Oh, what have you done?" And he pulls out a funky looking little gadget. It seems to spin as he pulls it out, and he comes at
Ooh.
Like a Beyblade.
you.
Okay.
Yes, but with like a handle attached to it. Well, I guess that's still like a
Okay.
Beyblade, huh? So
Yeah.
Really about to let it rip here.
It's a yo-yo Beyblade. He's out.
and it's actually your
Yo-yo
turn now,
magic.
Elektra.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, first thing she's gonna do.
Oh,
it
I'm sorry.
uses
No,
all of her
Haven. I'm sorry. It's Haven's
Oh,
turn.
Haven.
You guys have
Sorry,
the
go
same
ahead.
initiative, but he goes first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I guess in relation to Elektra, where am I?
Relation to
Same
Elektra,
side.
you're about 50 feet away, but you're on the same side as her.
Okay. And then for the red gears that are barking orders, are they heading my way?
It's hard to say which direction they're heading, but you know where the sound is coming from, and it's coming from the opposite side of the tavern. So all of this has happened in front of the tavern near the entrance. It looks like this. You hear stuff coming from where you.
Got you. Yeah. So I guess what I'll do then is I'll cast grease where I'm at and just kind of like lay a trap out there. And then what I'll do, oh, I guess that's my action, huh?
That would be your action, yeah.
Okay. So then what I'll do is I'll use meta magic and I'll use that as a bonus action then. So I'll turn that into a bonus action. So I'll use Quicken Spell.
Okay. So quicken
Then I'll
grace.
proceed to dash towards I'll dash towards Elektra to see if she needs assistance.
Okay.
I'm up in a building.
Yeah, I'll just climb upstairs, I guess, or unless I see people there.
Yeah, no, actually, as you run up the stairs, you run up right behind this dude who has the Beyblade. Just as Elektra.
I'm standing up. Very first thing, that takes all of my movement speed, right?
No, it takes half your movement, which
Oh,
right
that's right,
now
that's right.
is just 20.
20. Okay, yeah. Very first thing I do is I'm going to try and attack him again, and hopefully I roll better this time. We're gonna try. I'm gonna see what I can do. Oh wow. Wow. I rolled okay, that's an 8.
Did you roll what'd you roll, a 2 or a 3?
I rolled a 3.
Ah. Hot dice tonight, boys.
Oh wow. Really making myself look like an idiot here. And right in front of Haven too. He's the new guy.
I'm sorry, who were you taking a swing at?
The one that has the Beyblade.
Okay. So, that does work because the guy can't opportunity attack with a ranged weapon. So, you're good at that. You run over to him, and as you take your shot, you swing at him, and he puts the weapon out in front of him, kind of stopping you from getting close enough. Using it as a distance. Anything with your bonus action?
I don't think I have anything. Oh wait, quick question. With me failing this attack, does that mean that my rage will end early?
No, you're good only because of the adrenaline feature.
Gotcha. Okay. Making sure. Okay. Then
Yeah, no. It would suck though.
Yeah, it would super suck. Unless I just, real quick did a little flip or something, but I'm good. Yeah,
Okay, then you're
that's
good.
it.
So, moving
That's it.
on,
Sorry, go ahead.
we've got the red gear who swings the weapon, and the spinning attachment swings out much farther than the weapon suggests that it could by looking.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 18 to hit.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, that'll hit. My armor class is not very high.
All right, that'll be for a total of 11 damage.
Incorrect, sir. I am going to use my reaction with Stone's Endurance to reduce my damage dealt by 1d12 plus 3.
You don't have Stone's Endurance, first of all.
It's listed in my reactions.
That is an error on my part. I apologize. You do not have Stone's
Oh.
Endurance, but second of all, you're raging, so the damage is halved anyways.
Oh, okay. So I take 5 or 6.
You round up, I believe, so 6.
Okay. Oofa doofa. Okay.
Yeah, no. What you have is armor from your subclass. I apologize if I haven't updated that for you.
Apparently not.
Oh,
It's okay.
if you activated it. Don't forget.
What's my armor for my subclass? I have not activated it because we want to be seen right now, right? Or Aaron, right? We want to be seen right now. We don't want to be in disguise.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, my armor also functions as my disguise, so I don't want to make a really obvious connection right now.
Sounds good.
So I'm not armoring up.
Well, it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. The red gear who was taking a swing at the spring. All intentional, guys. I'm a pro, trust me. So, as he takes another swing at him, he whips again, and the spring kind of brings his arm up around and is able to almost put him in a headlock, facing the opposite direction. As he muzzle stuffs him and takes a shot, and the guy goes down. And the spring starts walking in your direction, Aurelius. And with that, it is Piper's turn. You heard the shot taken down below. Obviously, gunshot's quite loud. But you yourself are still up on the building. Elle has in fact reached her wine.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
So Elektra is still in that second floor room with the one dude, right? Or did she leave it?
That is correct. And now from your new vantage point, you can see her.
Okay, so she's in the room with the Beyblade dude, right?
Correct. And the very bad shot. Yeah, he's
Okay.
got glasses, which isn't really in and of itself the problem, but they're really busted up glasses.
Okay. And then Aurelius is in a different alleyway with a different guy, right? And then the brother?
That's correct. You can't see them from your current vantage point, but you could very easily just use like 5 or 10 feet of your movement speed and look down at them if you.
Okay. So remind me. So the building that Elektra is in has the people who are shooting that have the best vantage point to shoot at the tavern, right? Like from the windows.
Kind of. Not really, to be honest. They'd have to lean out the window over shards of glass to get a good shot at the tavern. They're
But
they're
that's
much better poised to shoot across the street at your building.
okay. But so there are still people stationed in the windows of that building to shoot at the tavern, right?
No,
Not anymore?
there was never anyone facing directly at the tavern.
Okay. So at this point, from what you can see, everyone's just kind of fighting each other in those respective areas, but no one seems to be actively trying to shoot at the tavern.
Correct. The tavern's not the target. We're worried about collateral damage.
Okay. In that case, and then remind me, Haven, what were you doing?
Backing up Elektra.
Oh, so are you in the building?
I'm in the building with her.
Yeah, you actually see as he enters the building behind Beyblade Man.
Beyblade Man. Okay. Cool. I think for right now, she's just gonna hold her post. I mean, I think she's gonna like move. She's gonna take that little shift to see, so she can get the vantage point of both the room where Haven and Elektra are in, and as well as the alleyway where Aurelius is in. She just wants to keep tabs on both of them. So she's just gonna make that slight shift so she can see Aurelius.
Perfect. So that only uses a few movement speed. You can in fact see the spring who just wasted one of the heavy brass. And you also saw you can also see Kimon bleeding and Aurelius, as well as still have a decent view of Elektra and the red gears.
All right. In that case, if I'm not really using like any particular action, in that case, I'm just gonna do like a look around and just like try to see if especially since everything's kind of happening on the front side, she's just gonna try and just be very perceptive of what's going on around her. So she's just gonna look to see if there's any movement from either of the gangs going on aside from right in front. Because if there's a lot going on here, obviously it's going to draw your attention from anything going on the less busy side. So I think she's just going to keep an eye out. And she's
Okay,
not
cool.
standing straight up. She's kind of crouched a little bit as to not be as much of a target.
Perfect. Go ahead and make a perception check real quick for me then, and that'll be your turn.
Okay. All right, that is a 15.
All right. It does look like the red gears are taking a much better position. However, there's a lot more heavy brass behind what is the core of the fighting where you are. And also, you can faintly hear the partying that's happening in the tavern. You can hear as it dies down a little bit as concern grows for what's happening around. I mean, at any minute, someone could get caught with a stray bullet. So it's that has definitely set in at the tavern. And as the tavern quiets, there's a moment where you can hear commotion coming from the other side of the tavern, the far side, where you have, in fact, put up fortification. And then we have Aurelius. What are you doing? Mute.
Sorry, yep. So actually, I have mind link response. Can I only use that in response, or can I use that to talk?
I'm not sure. What does it say?
It says I can use a mind link to speak telepathically to a creature. Can that be a human?
Oh, yeah. Does it take an
Awesome.
action or a bonus action?
Ability. Yeah, it takes effect as an action.
Okay. That can be anyone, and they get the ability to communicate with you like that for an hour.
Okay, I'm going to do that to Kimon.
Okay.
And in doing it, I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna be like, hey, so I had a scout go around, and I'm talking about Piper, and I'm gonna be like, hey, look, they are posted up on the other side of this building. So if you can talk to your higher ups, tell them that an informant told you that that's where they are. Can you try and push your heavy brass around the tavern to get basically to get the effect of sneaking up on them instead of putting us in between them? That's my intent.
And you're saying this all to Elektra?
Yeah. Well, I mean condensed, but yeah. Where I'm like,
Okay.
hey, if you swing around this street, they won't see you coming.
Perfect. So for this ability, or the flavor text of it, right? Because you get this because you are, in fact, a Kalashtar. However, the way we're playing this is a little bit different in here. So you speak this to Braz, and Braz communicates it to Elektra, and so you hear all of this in a somewhat familiar voice. You haven't heard it a whole lot, but
Wait.
the man speaks.
I want to clarify, I am saying this to Kimon.
Oh, you're saying this to Kimon's right next to you. You don't have to telepathically speak to him,
Okay,
or are you
cool.
just trying to be quiet?
I'm just trying to be quiet. I'm trying to. The dude is gonna shoot me, obviously, or is at least charging me. I need to communicate this to Kimon so that he can take the high brass, right?
Heavy brass.
The heavy brass. Take the heavy brass around the tavern, not move from the position. Basically, I'm revealing the Red Gear's position from what Piper told me, and asking him if he can get them to swing around.
Okay. In that case, as Kimon hears Braz's voice, he looks around confused for a minute. And, he looks at you, looks around, looks at you, but ultimately, he nods and he goes around, and he stops before he goes all the way around, and he looks at you and he says, "Get that guy," and he keeps going.
He says what?
Get that guy.
Oh, yeah. I actually start wiggling my hands like a Wild West gunslinger, and I give him a coy little wink out the side of my eye.
Don't worry, baby.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, then. Yeah, the man with the gun. He takes a shot at you. He gets.
Does he hit?
He gets a 21.
Woo. Yeah, that'll do it. What's the damage?
That would be.
Hey, Brendan, did we establish flashbacks?
Kind of. To be used in heist situations. So.
Okay. Okay,
We'll get
good to know.
when,
Good to know.
We'll get to when
When
those
they
are.
okay,
He's coming at you with 12 damage.
okay.
What does that leave you at?
That leaves me at 10.
Ooh. A little more than half your health.
Yeah,
Brutal.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Where does the bullet hit you?
Oof. I definitely see it hitting me in my left shoulder.
Ooh, you're twinning with Kimon. Brilliant.
Yep.
Okay. Then we got Haven. This man just swung his weapon out at this guy, at Elektra. This guy at Elektra. And the weapon laid into her. What do you do?
This is me.
Yes.
Perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Ray of Frost, and I'm going to add my meta magic to it to twin it. So I'm going to hit 2 targets.
Okay.
So I'll roll for that really quick. Dad, please. 12.
12. And then the second shot?
Oh, much better. 25.
Okay. This guy isn't wearing any armor, so actually both are hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
Sweet. 1d8. 7 and 2.
Ooh, okay. So as this guy gets hit with the Ray of Frost, remind me, that has a negative effect, right?
Yeah, they both lose 10 feet of movement.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, they are slowed. It is Elektra's turn.
Okay. I'm sick of this. Wait, did he get the dude with the Beyblade who hit me?
He
Like, did
damaged
he
him
get him?
heavily. Yeah, he
Okay.
hit him for 7 points.
Okay. Okay.
He is well, you can't really be bloodied lost, but you know, functionally he is
Yeah.
bloodied.
Okay. Then this time, instead of going for like decking him, I'm going to grab his head and smash my head into his face.
Perfect.
Okay. If this gives me another whammy, I swear. 24! 24 to hit.
Let's go! Woo!
Roll me that damage.
Go Elektra.
Okay. That'll be 6 damage.
Ooh, he is KO'd. You have the opportunity to make this non-lethal if you choose. Up to you.
Yeah, we'll go non-lethal. We'll go non-lethal right now. He didn't do too much. He's annoying. I'm gonna take him down, but I'm not gonna take him out right now.
Okay. Then you crack your head against his, and he collapses in a heap at your feet.
Mm.
Just
Good.
behind you, second is pulling the crossbow back yet again, and let's see how he does.
Great, dude.
Oh boy.
Oh man,
Oh, okay.
brilliant, brilliant.
What is
I feel like at this point, the third whammy for this guy in a row. He's
that bad?
he goes to pull it back, you know, because kind of hard to pull a crossbow back, and I feel like the bow just like flips out of his hands, and so he drops it and just looks at you guys and says, "I'm sorry, guys, I don't feel well. Can I leave?"
Listen,
What's
man.
Elektra? I'm like,
Listen, man, get out of here. Graham, learn how to use your crossbow better next time, or think through your choices. Come on, man. Do better.
So he limps on out of there with his own crossbow bolt in his foot.
I look to Elektra and I'm like, can I keep the Beyblade?
I mean, if you really want, I don't care. I'm not gonna use it. If that's what you're asking.
I'm gonna take it.
Just
In my
don't
next
hurt
turn.
yourself with it. Don't be stupid. But you know.
Oh, it'll be used well. I just need it.
We're the accent.
That the way you said that makes me worried, but whatever. Take it. What do I care?
Okay. It is a heavy weapon. Okay.
Oh, that's good to know. That's really good to know.
You're just like,
I'm gonna, before I officially end my turn, I'm gonna use my movement speed to go back over to the window, say later, and then hop back down.
Perfect. As you do, there is a man with a gun shots in the alleyway, and you hear Aurelius cry out. How
I'm
manly
going to
is
use the
those
remainder
cries?
of my movement speed to get as close to this dude as I can. I don't know how much I have left, but you know.
Like, give me a good read on what Aurelius getting shot sounds like. Is it like a real manly cry? Is it like a screech?
it
Does he
sounds
just
like
kind of
Michael
like
Jackson.
bite his?
I think it's more of a grunt where it's like, oh, and then comments like, that was a good one.
Why is it spicy?
Either way, Elektra would be quite familiar of what that entails.
Oh yeah.
In any case, the heavy brass are trying to rally against this. You can hear another whirler go off in the distance, maybe a block or two away, and they begin to crowd up behind you. And interestingly enough, they're looking at you, Aurelius, and you can just barely catch this out of the corner of your eye, but they're looking. And for a second, it feels like they're bearing down on you, but you realize that they're actually waiting. It's almost like they're treating you like some kind of leader, and they're waiting for your signal to rush into the alley with you.
Oh, the heavy brass.
Yeah, there's like 3 men who just lined up next to the building, and they're kind of waiting expectantly on you.
Cool.
So remind me, did I hear anything coming from behind the building, like away from the action?
Yes, but on the far side, it would probably, even dashing, take 2 turns to get there.
Okay. So in terms of what's going on in front of me, the crisis in the window is over. Now everything's just kind of focused in that one alleyway, and I can see what's going on, right?
Correct. You have a pretty good view of what's happening between Aurelius and the Spring. There's other fighting going on in the area around, which you can hear, but that's the only part of it that you can see clearly. You can see that the fighting in the building across from you is also cleared up with Elektra and Haven.
Okay. How far away is the alley that Aurelius is in?
Just below you. If you want to jump off, you don't even have. Well, you could use like 5 movement speed. You'd take damage though, so probably don't jump off.
I'm not gonna jump off. So, Piper is going to summon. I don't remember. Was it summoning, or did she have to literally like pull something out of her Smuggler's Arcanum / bag of holding thing?
Bonus action. Yep. So anything in your inventory, even if it's stowed, bonus action.
Okay, so she is going to withdraw a slingshot. It's a pretty sturdy slingshot. It can probably the little pouch could probably hold like a handful of rock, like a little like pebbles, like a fistful of rocks. And she withdraws 3 makeshift cherry bombs that she is stolen / borrowed. And she is going to she's gonna ready them, put them in the pouch, and she's gonna shoot them into the alleyway onto the enemy side.
I'm going to after grunting and saying that, I'm gonna use a trick shot, a violent shot.
Okay, take it.
It's a nat 20.
Woo!
Hey,
Baby, let's go.
Nice.
I've had insane luck with these dice, and so I have been like, I have vowed, I'm loving these things. Anyway,
Nice. Love that for you.
hold on.
Wish
Sorry,
I could
I'm just
play.
adding up the damage. Okay, so
Wait, how many trick shots do you have? You have
4.
4?
Yeah, and I used 1, so this is my second one.
This is your third.
Oh, third. Okay, third. So
No, maybe you're right. This is
2, 3. Okay, so it's 13. 13, but it's also a violent shot. So 1 more additional die. 16.
okay. You just did 16 damage?
Yeah.
What happens?
Well, so as I'm like, that was a good one, and I have my eyes like this, I actually draw and fire and shoot him.
Okay.
So I'm taking the shot and winging, but I'm also like leaning into it for the shot.
He stumbles back and he leans against the corner of the building and slouches onto the ground. The spring is still alive, barely, but he is alive. Very hampered in his mint.
This is definitely kind of like swaying from the blood loss that's happening. He's getting very dizzy.
Okay. Real quick. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I had a question. Has there been any update on Kimon, and like, have I heard anything with the mind leak response?
That's an excellent question. Yeah, so you sent him around the area where you knew there weren't any red gears, correct?
Yeah, like I sent him back to his command, or whoever he's with, to flank the red gears on the other side of the tavern.
Got you. Okay, then yeah, you eventually get a response just saying there. Braz steps up to you. You can, unlike everyone else, you can see him, and as he steps up to you, he says, "It looks like they're on their way."
All right, that's good. And that's all he can manage to respond. He's clenching his wind pretty good.
All right. So then, what we'll actually do is the red gear is bleeding. He's against the. Going to raise his pistol at you, and he's gonna take a shot. And that's where we're gonna end it tonight.